Hey everyone, welcome back to Pharmacopeial. Today's video is all about the quality control tests for empty hard gelatin capsules. Introduction to empty hard gelatin capsules. Empty hard gelatin capsules are widely used in pharmaceuticals for encapsulating powders, pellets, or granules. They're made from gelatin, often with added preservatives, colorants, and plasticizers. But before these capsules can be filled and used, they must go through strict quality control tests. These tests ensure safety, consistency, and performance. List of quality control tests. The key quality control (QC) tests for empty hard gelatin capsules, as per pharmacopeial guidelines like IP, USP, and BP. Here's the list of tests we'll cover. 1. Identification test. 2. Appearance color. 3. Dimensions, size and thickness. 4. Moisture content. 5. Disintegration test. 6. Microbial limit test. 7. Sulphated ash test. 8. Solubility test. 9. Closure/locking mechanism. 10. Storage and packaging condition check. Detailed explanation of each test. Identification test. This test confirms the presence of gelatin using chemical identification reactions, such as the Biuret test. It ensures the raw material is genuine and pharmacopeia compliant. Procedure. Sample preparation. Take a portion of the empty capsule shell and dissolve it in warm water to prepare a gelatin solution. Addition of Biuret reagent. To this solution, add a few drops of Biuret reagent, which contains copper. 2. Sulfate and alkaline solution, usually sodium hydroxide. Observation: if gelatin is present, the solution will turn violet or purple. Appearance color. Capsules are visually inspected for color uniformity, no black or dark specks, and absence of deformation, cracks, or dents. Both manual and automated inspection methods are used. Dimensions, size and thickness. Using micrometers or vernier calipers, the body and cap length are measured. The wall thickness should also fall within specified limits for each capsule size, like size 0, 1, or 2. Moisture content. Moisture content is typically measured by Karl Fischer titration. Acceptable limits are around 13 to 16%, as too much or too little moisture can cause brittleness or microbial growth. There are two common techniques used in the industry: loss on drying, LOD, method. Principle: measures the weight loss of the sample when heated under controlled conditions. Procedure: weigh a sample of empty capsules, accurately. Place in a drying oven at 105 degrees Celsius for 4 to 6 hours or until constant weight. Cool in a desiccator and weigh again. Advantages: simple and cost-effective. Widely accepted by pharmacopeias. Limitations: may overestimate moisture if volatile substances are present. Karl Fischer titration, preferred method. Principle: Karl Fischer titration specifically detects and quantifies water molecules, not other volatiles. Types: volumetric KF, suitable for higher moisture content. Coulometric KF, for very low moisture levels. ppm range. Procedure: volumetric, dissolve the capsule sample in methanol or other KF-compatible solvent. Titrate with Karl Fischer reagent until the endpoint is reached. Moisture is calculated based on titration volume used. Advantages: highly accurate and specific for water, preferred for gelatin-based products in regulatory audits. Disintegration test. According to USP, empty capsules should disintegrate in not more than 10 minutes in water at 37 ± 2 degrees C. This ensures the capsule will dissolve properly after swallowing. Microbial limit test. This checks for bacterial or fungal contamination, especially for E. coli, Salmonella, and Staph aureus. Since gelatin is animal-derived, microbial control is critical. Sulphated ash test. This test determines the total inorganic content. The residue after ignition must not exceed the specified limit, usually less than 2%. Step-by-step procedure: weigh the sample, accurately weigh 1 to 2 grams of finely cut or powdered empty gelatin capsule shell into a clean, ignited, and tared crucible. Char the sample, gently heat the crucible over a low flame or hot plate until the sample chars, blacken mass but not flaming, add sulfuric acid, cool the crucible slightly and add 1 to 2 milliliters of concentrated sulfuric acid to sulfonate the residue. It helps in complete oxidation of organic matter. Ignite in muffle furnace. Place the crucible in a preheated muffle furnace at 600 plus or minus 25 degrees Celsius. Continue heating until the residue becomes white or light gray and free of black carbon particles. Cool. And weigh. Cool the crucible in a desiccator and weigh it accurately. Repeat, if necessary. If carbon particles remain, repeat acid treatment and ignition until a constant weight is achieved. Solubility test. Empty gelatin capsules should dissolve in warm water, but not in alcohol or acetone. This test confirms their functional solubility profile. Locking mechanism. Closure test. Modern capsules have a pre-locked and final lock state to prevent leakage. A torque or pull test checks if capsules are secure and tamper-proof. Storage and packaging conditions. Capsules are stored at 15 to 25 degrees Celsius with 35 to 65% relative humidity. Packaging should protect from light, moisture, and mechanical stress. Regulatory guidelines and standards. These tests follow standards from USP, United States Pharmacopeia, IP, Indian Pharmacopeia, BP, British Pharmacopeia, ICHQ 6A guidelines for specifications. Every manufacturer must ensure compliance with these to guarantee patient safety and product performance. To sum it up, testing empty hard gelatin capsules is not just about how they look, it's about ensuring pharmaceutical excellence at every step. These capsules are carriers of life-saving medicines, and rigorous QC testing keeps them safe, stable, and reliable. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Pharmacopeial.